Most people research a move to southern Utah the same way. They watch a few drone videos, check home prices online, and figure they've got the picture. The problem is that picture is usually about half right. The parts nobody shows you are exactly the parts that end up mattering most once you're actually here. So in this video, I'm walking you through the real pros and cons, not the highlight reel version. This is the real stuff. Hi, my name is Hayden Zowell. I work with out-of-state buyers relocating here every month, and the numbers I'm about to walk you through, cost of living, growth rate, housing trends, come straight from what I'm tracking in the market right now, not a national blog post. I've watched the same pros and the same cons trip people up over and over again. This isn't a highlight reel. It's what I actually tell my own clients before they buy. So let's start with the pros, since that's usually what pulls people here in the first place. And then we'll get into what doesn't make it into the brochure and probably what you need to know. We're going through 5 pros and 5 cons back and forth so you get the full picture. And I'm saving the biggest con, the one that actually changes people's minds, for the middle of this video, so stick around. Pro number 1, cost of living. Let's start with the obvious one, money. Cedar City runs about 5 to 7% below the national average on cost of living, and that's even with prices climbing the last couple of years. A 1-bedroom rental averages somewhere around $1,300 to $1,400 a month. Utilities run noticeably lower than the national average too. And if you're looking at new construction or homes, some communities are starting in the mid 3s, but average is around $400,000. For a lot of my clients coming from California or Vegas or the Northeast or Northwest, that number alone is what got them looking here in the first place. But cheap land and cheap water don't always go together, and that's con number 1. Con number 1, water and growth. Southern Utah is growing fast. Cedar City alone is adding population at around 2.5% a year, up roughly 9% since 2020. And growth like that means one thing everybody moving here should understand. Water is the long-term thing to watch. I want to be very clear. This isn't a doom and gloom situation. Cities here have actively been pretty proactive and planning, utility expansion, that kind of thing. But if you're moving from somewhere with unlimited water, it's worth understanding how water rights and municipal planning actually work around here before you buy. Ask your agent about it, ask the city. It's a fair question, not a red flag. Now, here's the flip side of that growth. It's the reason people keep coming here in the first place. Pro number 2, outdoor access. Few places in the country put this much national park access this close to an affordable town. Zion, Bryce Canyon, Cedar Breaks, all within an easy drive of Cedar City. Bryan Head Resort is about 35 minutes away if you're into skiing. And then there's the year-round stuff. Hiking, biking, camping, fishing. It's not seasonal here. It's just Tuesday. It's any day. I spent a lot of my own summers out camping grid in my old 96 travel trailer with my wife on our property. It is my favorite place to be. And so this isn't just me saying it. Everyone here likes to be in the outdoors. With that being said, you do not need to be an outdoor kind of person to live here, but if you are, that's a huge pro and something that intrigues a lot of people moving here. But in a minute, I'll tell you about the one con that made one of my clients almost to walk away from Cedar City completely, even though everything else checked every single box. Con number 2, distance from a big city. Here's the trade-off nobody likes to say out loud. You're trading proximity to a major metro for space and affordability. And that trade is real. The nearest bigger city, Vegas or Salt Lake, is a couple hours out either direction. Locally, you've got fewer big box and specialty shopping options compared to somewhere like St. George. And for certain medical specialists, because that's the real question here, not the scenery. Quick thing before we keep going. If you're actually weighing a move here, I put together a free Southern Utah relocation roadmap. It walks through exactly this stuff in more depth, plus the numbers for your specific situation. Link is in the description. Okay, let's get into the community side of things because this next pro is one people underestimate the most. Pro number 3, small town community feel. This one's easy to write off as a marketing line. It's not. Southern Utah University brings a genuinely youthful cultural energy to Cedar City. The Utah Shakespeare Festival events, all of it. But it's really the neighborliness that stands out. People wave, people actually know their neighbors. Faith and civic involvement is common here, and it's welcomed, not assumed. I've had many clients that have moved here purely because they said that they felt they needed to come here. It wasn't about the scenery, it wasn't about the cost of living. They genuinely felt like this was a good place to live and a good place to raise their family. And so sometimes it's not all the numbers making sense that make you want to move to a different place, especially here in Southern Utah. Sometimes it's just a feeling, and taking that leap is just what you need to do. I've had more than one client tell me a year later that the community is what made the move totally worth it, more than the house itself. Community is easy to romanticize though. Here's a practical con that catches a lot of people off guard. Con number 3, a limited job market. The job market here is real, but it's narrower than what you'd find in a big metro. Education, healthcare, government, and tourism carry a lot of the local economy. SUU and the school district are 2 of the biggest employers in town. Honestly, the strongest path I see right now is people relocating with a remote job already in hand and just working from home. If your job can move with you, that changes this whole conversation. If it can't, that's something to plan for early, not after you've already bought. We're getting close to the big one now. The con I mentioned at the very start of this video. Don't go away. If you've been looking at listings here for more than a few weeks, you've probably already felt this one. Pro number 4, climate variety. Before we get there, one more pro because Southern Utah actually isn't one climate, it's 4. Cedar City sits at a higher elevation. In summer, it can run 20 degrees or more cooler than St. George. St. George, on the other hand, gives you more shopping, more dining, more medical infrastructure. One of the clients I was working with was trying to decide between Cedar City and St. George, and the climate of Cedar City is what won them over. They didn't want to sit in the hot summers of St. George where it's 105 to 110 degrees, but they were okay with living in the colder weather of Cedar City in the wintertime. So you got to pick and choose what climate you want to live in, or, live in one for the summer, live in one for the winter. So the real question isn't Southern Utah or not, it's which town inside Southern Utah actually fits how you want to live. And that brings us to the con I promised you back at the start of this video. Con number 4, the big one, housing supply tightening. There it is. Demand is outpacing new inventory in some of the most desirable price ranges. Population growth is outrunning new build delivery in certain areas. And that means competitive bidding is starting to reappear on well-priced homes. Multiple offers, homes going very quick. This is the actual non-clickbait reason let's wait a year can end up costing real money here. It's not a pressure tactic, it's just what the numbers are doing right now. So with all of that said, here's the one thing I'd tell you if you only remember one thing from this entire video, and that is pro number 5, the best insight. Buy for the town, not just the house. Here's what I mean. A lot of out-of-state buyers research the school district, research the job market, maybe even research the HOA, and then skip the one thing that actually matters. Actually visiting, coming here. Cedar City, St. George, Enoch, Parowan, they all feel genuinely different in person and in a way that no listing photo or Zillow map is ever going to capture. So before you write an offer, even a short scouting trip helps. Walk the town, drive it at a different time of day, talk to actual residents, not just the other buyers online. That one trip will tell you more than a month of research will. If any of this is hitting home, the best next step isn't just watching more videos. It's getting the Southern Utah relocation map I mentioned earlier. It's free. In the description below, it walks through all 5 towns I work in, and it'll save you hours of guessing. Again, Link is below. And if you've already got questions about a specific town, drop them in the comments. I read every single one and I will answer yours specifically. If you're a little bit farther along, I offer a free one-on-one consultation. Also, that's in the link below. Southern Utah isn't perfect. No place is. But if you go in with your eyes open on both sides of this list, you're already ahead of most people who move here. If this helped, go ahead and subscribe. I put out a new one of these every single week, and your support helps a lot. Again, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next one.